Antonio freaking Brown. You know, this video hurts me so much to make because not only was AB one of my favorite players ever in the NFL, but he was also a really good friend of mine. The crazy part is that I was literally in this man's house not too long ago, maybe like a month ago. Everything seemed perfectly fine.
That's how you take care of yourself, you gotta take care of your spirit too. That is true, man. Some videos, man, spiritual healing, man.
Yeah, for real. Well, anyways, if you haven't kept up with this man's life, then you wouldn't know that his latest antics ended up getting Antonio Brown himself arrested. There's an incident where he had some of his designer clothes being delivered from his crib in Cali, because you know he played for the Raiders, all the way to his house in Miami. His delivery driver ended up saying that the tab was like $4 grand, and my guy AB was like, you know what, forget that, I ain't paying, you know what I'm saying? And so the guy goes back to lock up the truck. AB and his right hand man decide to, for some reason, just assault the guy. They try to get his stuff out the car, and I guess they end up throwing a rock at the truck or something. I don't know. I'm relaying information from the media and what they put in the news. We don't know if that's totally accurate, but after that, there ended up being a warrant out for AB's arrest. Obviously, if AB did all that, you know, I feel bad, but he deserves some type of repercussion from that, right? But the reason that this impacts me so much, man, is because I got to know AB really well, and all these actions recently just seem like a loud cry for help, bro. Like I said, AB is a really good friend of mine. We first met at Super Bowl back in 2018, and he was sitting there playing Madden with Shaquille Griffin. They had like a little event where Madden had their new game out so that players could try it. They walked down a red carpet. He's there sitting on the couch with Shaquille Griffin, and I walk up behind him. I'm like, damn, this is AB, bro. Like, my favorite player's in the room with me. And before I could even approach this dude, he turns around. He's like, yo, I be watching your videos. You make some dope videos, bro. Put yourselves in my shoes. Your idol, your favorite NFL player, recognizes you before you have to say anything to him, and he's a fan of your work, bro. Well, I was on top of the world at that point. You said you see my videos and stuff, huh?
Yeah, you nice.
When you trying to be on the channel, though?
Whenever you ready.
You stay in Miami, I'm in the O.
Let's go.
What's up with it?
Say when.
Ain't trying to do no one-on-one?
Say when.
So basically, after that, we exchanged information and we planned and coordinated to shoot a video in the future. We ended up linking later on, and this man gave me a tour of his 18,000 square foot mansion, bro. Freaking gigantic, had a huge pool, a huge church in it, 2 gyms, a freaking movie theater, like ridiculous, mind-blowing. It's like a Roman, like, I don't even know what it's called, but y'all know what I mean.
It's the emperor, you know?
Some Roman, yeah.
You feel
the emperor crib, yeah.
Okay.
We kicked it out there at his crib for a few days. You know, I met all his family, his kids, all 5 of them. I met his baby mama, I met his chef, I met his best friends, I met his pops. He even took us back to the hood where he grew up at, his grandma's house. Your grandma crib out here?
Yeah, my grandma's staying here. My aunties and my uncles.
You know, he was real nice to me and my girl, Kiki the Goat, you know. He was a really good guy when I met him. You know, everything seemed pretty normal, and that was after the fact of all the BS that went down in Pittsburgh, all the BS that went down in Oakland, and all the BS that went down with the Patriots. You know, he was still acting pretty normal. Of course, he was a little upset that he wasn't in the league, but, you know, everything seemed normal. He was working, he was grinding, trying to get back on his feet. I feel like people just kind of had a misconstrued judgment of Antonio Brown, and people really weren't seeing him for who he truly was. They were just reading the headlines, reading the tabloids, and you know, everyone was saying whatever just to get a good story out of this man's name and basically drag him and slander him through the media. And that's not the Antonio Brown that I witnessed when I met him and I got to know him on a personal level. They was trying to twist things and make him seem a lot worse than they really were. You know, he was really good with his kids too, bro. That's what really made me respect him. As you guys know, I had this series called Friday Night Lights where I go to high school football games at night, you know, supporting them, filming this and that and that. So I showed up to his house planning to go to one of those. He was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna be a family man today. I'm gonna wait till my baby mama brings him home from the movies, and you know, I'm gonna take my kids with us to the game. You know, I'm gonna spend some time with them, let them enjoy some good old football. So, you know, we packed up the Lambo truck once they got home, and we all rode out to the football game. That's dope, man. I see you brought out your family and stuff, man. That's a lot, man. It's the vibe.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights, yeah. You know, it was so cool. It was so dope. He was playing catch with the kids, running around with them. He was speaking to the St. Thomas Aquinas kids, motivating them. You know, it was all love, bro. He was being an exceptional role model. He was being a role model to these kids, dog. After that, the next day, we ended up going to another football game, and you know, some pee-wee football kids was out there. We ended up linking with them. We ended up turning up with them, you know, hopping around. We ended up giving them some words of advice, you know, taking pictures and this and that. Just straight motivation, bro. Inspiring these kids to stay off the streets and stay on the field, you know, do something productive with their life. They could be in a position that we are, you know what I'm saying? Just straight role model citizen, bro. AB was showing no signs of anything bad. He was just doing straight good while I was around him. And anyways, I left his crib on that weekend and we kept in touch. But then things just started to spiral out of control after that. You know, he just starts wilding out on social media, bro. He starts tweeting some crazy things, kind of digging himself into a deeper hole, which I hate to see because he was doing so good around me, bro. You know, and I don't judge people based off the stuff they put online because I know how this industry works. I'm in the entertainment business. A lot of people love to cap. A lot of people love to do stuff and say stuff and post stuff and tweet stuff kind of just for the attention so that people talk about them. Kind of the, I don't know, I wouldn't say for the clout, but kind of for the clout, you know what I'm saying? So I don't judge any of the things he did or any of the things anyone says or posts online. So, you know, I looked past all of that and me and my dude kept linking up again. Everything was cool when we was chilling, you know what I'm saying? So again, we linked and we played some, you know, one-on-ones, you feel me? I tried to lock this man up. He tried to route me up, you know, we had a lot of fun. And, you know, we all got better that day. And again, everything seems so normal, but I leave this man's house and then he starts popping off again on some crazy stuff. This time, he was online beefing with his baby mama. I don't know the exact details, but basically cops were at his house and he was trying to get his baby mama out of there, and I don't know, he was just going off on everybody and he decided to put it all on Instagram Live. Obviously, that's a friend of his. I don't think that is the smartest thing he could have done. Me personally, I always been a firm believer of keeping your business off the internet. You know, me personally, I feel like I'm not the type to put stuff on the internet or put any of my business on the internet. But for this example specifically, talking about this situation, I know it's not my business, but I want to kind of shed some light on how Antonio Brown was not like this. He was the total opposite when we talked and we met and we hung out and we spent days together. His antics do not express who he is. Antonio Brown, like I said, is crying out for help, bro. It sucks to see that. A friend of yours going through all that, it really sucks to see that. And me so far away, I can't really help. That Instagram Live was bad. It was bad. I wish I could have been there in the moment to kind of help him, you know, snap back into it and tell him not to do something like that. And, you know, of course, all this stuff is going on. And just when I thought it couldn't get any worse for my dog, AB, you know, I get a notification on my phone that there's a warrant out for this man's arrest, bro. Literally saw this man go from being my hero, which he still is, to just come crashing down. It's just unbelievable, man. I watched this movie the other day, and it's crazy the timing of me watching that movie, but I watched this movie the other day. It had Will Smith in it, and it basically highlighted and went over the story of the doctor who first discovered CTE inside a football player's brains. You guys should watch it and understand a little bit more, kind of shed some light on this whole situation that's going on. But if you don't know what CTE is just like a really traumatic brain damage that, you know, comes along because of constant trauma, constant hits, constant smacking, constant clapping. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, as a football player, especially playing from a young age, Antonio Brown has been exposed to thousands upon thousands upon thousands of hits. And not even to mention that Vontaze Burfict hit. That was crucial. My guy's body kind of went lifeless as he got smacked. Symptoms of CTE are memory loss, confusion, impaired judgment, depression, impulse control problems, dementia, anxiety, and a whole bunch of other things that are just horrible to deal with. And I think one critical thing also was that once football was taken away so suddenly from AB, he didn't retire, he wasn't injured, it was just taken from one day to the next. He had all this free time that he did not know what to do with himself. The structure and the discipline of football kept this man in check and on the right path. It kept him sane. Now with all this money and all this free time, I feel like my boy Antonio Brown just, I don't know, he's kind of losing it. I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like the people around him have failed to get him the help that he needs. I noticed that his agent quit on him, Drew Rosenhaus, and he said, you know, I refuse to work with Antonio Brown until he gets the help he needs. Why don't you help him get that help? He's made you millions of dollars. Reach out to him. Get him the help he needs. His baby mama posted that she's taking the kids until AB gets the help he needs. You've been around this man for years. Help this man get the help he needs. Don't just walk out of his life. Obviously, his actions don't help that, but But before all that, you know, I feel like like I said, the people around AB have failed to get him the help he needs, and low-key, I feel a little bit responsible for that also. Instead of showing up to this man's house and making videos and this and that and seeing what he's been going through online and then showing up making more videos, obviously I could have sat down with him and really spoke to him man to man, being like, AB, you know, are you feeling okay? Is everything good, bro? Talk to me. You need something, bro. Like, do we need to find somebody for you to talk to? And one thing I observed while I was around him is that, you know, the guys and the people around him closest to him, it didn't seem like they had AB's best interest in mind. You know, they were kind of yes men. Whatever AB wanted to do, it might have been a good decision or a bad decision. They didn't care. They just let him do it because it made AB happy. I feel like you can't have them type of people around you, bro, because when you do have them type of people around you, you may be up, but you're gonna come down crashing fast because people don't care about you. They care about what you can offer to them or what you could do for them or bring for them. So with all that being said, basically the point of this video is to tell you, Antonio Brown, because I know you're watching this, bro, that I'm here for you, bro. I'm here to help you, dog. I see the way people talking on the media about you, Stephen A, and all these people and all these news outlets, and I don't want you to feel like I'm another one of those just putting dirt on your name, bro. I'm not. I know you are a good guy. I know you're a good father, you're a good football player, you're a good athlete, you're a good role model. The chips haven't been stacking up for you lately, bro, and I just want to let you know that I'm here for you, bro. I'm here to help you, bro. I don't know how I could help, but as your friend, I am here. I know this video is gonna get hella hate because a lot of people have been, oh, Antonio clown, Antonio this, Antonio that. I don't give a f. That is my friend, bro. I'm standing up for him. I know the type of person he is. I know his character. Antonio Brown is still a guy that I looked up to. He's still a role model for me. I used to watch his highlights and I was in love with the way he worked. He showed me, he taught me that you are not gonna get anywhere in life if you don't work hard. I cannot turn my back on Antonio. Antonio, bro, once you get out of the situation and, you know, you get back to the crib and whatnot, bro, I wanna help you, dog. I wanna see you succeed again, man. You have not hit rock bottom. I don't care what anybody says, bro. You have not hit the bottom, bro. There's still so much life to live, bro. You're only 31 years old. Think about the gym you want to open up, bro. Think about all these kids you want to train. Think about the league. Think about 7-on-7 tournaments. Think about all that stuff, bro. It's not too late. Also, I want to see you be there for your beautiful kids, man. Think about Lil Polo, man. I want that man to grow up and have you by his side and not focus on the mistakes you made, but focus on how you're there for him and how you're helping him become a better man, a better athlete, a better everything, bro. And not only Polo, but Lil ABJ, bro. He's a spin image of you, dog. And I also want to see you be there for many kids that are in the position that you were when you was growing up in the streets of Miami, bro. Think about the example you setting for all of them, man. I want to be there for you, bro, and I want to help you before it's too late and something really bad happens. Just put your pride to the side, put the ego to the side, put whatever issues and problems to the side, and just try to make a change, bro. I know you got it in you, bro.